Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.
Hello and welcome to the fabulous world of Dream Builders Realty, where we are fulfilling dreams and lifestyles. My name is Trish Adams and I'm the owner-operator, and I have a fabulous team here to help you with your real estate needs. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, we're here to help you. If you need questions on down payment assistance, if you have credit that's not so great but you need some help with that, we're here. We are your go-to people. So please feel free to reach out and we can help you with any of those needs. And you can contact any of our fabulous agents at 336-770-2712.
Dream Builders!
Look what came in the mail today. Deloris Williams Magazine, Divine Connections Magazine. And my mother is right here in the magazine. You want to be featured in the magazine? Why don't you give Deloris a call at 336-338-8903. That's 336-338-8903. Divine Connections. Hello, I'm Dr. Sugar Trask, the founder of Scar-Free Ministries, a ministry of healing, restoration, deliverance, and the prophetic. Also the CEO of the awesome TV show, Something Good is About to Happen, which airs every Sunday night, 9 p.m. at hmstv.org right here in the Houston area. But the newest thing I want to share with you is my new line of spices. Sugars Spices 21. Right now I have 4 items. I have a mild, a hickory, that is so good, a hot, and an extra hot. Contact me, 409-333-9006.
Great day, everyone. Yes, she's going to be my special guest on today. Dr. Sugar is in the house. This is Deloris Williams with Divine Connections Magazine. So let me tell you a little bit about who I am and what I do. Divine Connections Magazine is a magazine that comes out quarterly in print as well as online. We market with different businesses, entrepreneurs, gospel artists, pastors, authors, anybody that's doing something special in the community. And so with that, we take our platform with Divine Connections and we spread the good news. And your news is the good news if you're doing something good for God and something good that God has given you, because we are Divine Connections. So let me share with you what we've done this month, because it was May, Mother's Day month. Of course, we have over 40 stories of best mom ever stories that's in here, that their children featured them in the magazine of why their mom is the best mom ever. So I want you to go get a copy of Divine Connections Magazine. You can go to divineconnectionsmagazine.com/subscriptions. Okay. And the next news is Divine Connection event is coming Saturday, September 11th, is Lord's will, and COVID is out the way, or moving out the way continuously. It will be Saturday, September 11th in Burlington, North Carolina. So if you are a vendor, I would love for you to be a part. So what happens at Divine Connection event? I have gospel groups, praise dance, moms, vendors, food trucks. You don't want to miss it. So if you're interested in being a vendor, text me 336-338-8903. Let me know what you do. and I will get information from you on what you do, and we'll see if you're a good fit for the Divine Connections 11th magazine anniversary. Next on Divine Connection News is if you need a 30-second or a 60-second commercial for your business, for your ministry, for your book, or your gospel group, make sure you stay connected. That's one of our services that we provide, and we would love to help you either create that commercial so that you can share your business with the masses in just 30 seconds or 60 seconds. And next on our agenda is you can also be a sponsor. So I have just a couple more sponsor sheets left for you to be a sponsor. So if you would like to be a sponsor on the Divine Connections TV show that comes on every Wednesday from 3 to 6, a 30-minute slot that helps you brand your business or your ministry, please let us know. And we do a 3-month agreement for $150, and we are played before or after the interviews on Wednesday. So if you would like to be a part of that and have continuous advertisement, please make sure you stay connected. Awesome. So we did a major thing for the Mother's Day. You saw the magazine, and we'll play a video afterwards. And so, June is right around the corner. So Father's Day is coming as well. So if your father is the best father ever, make sure you text me 336-338-8903 and see what package we have available for the fathers to get them in the June issue. Okay. Just a paragraph and a picture, and special is only $50, and they'll be featured in Divine Connections magazine. And so, with no further ado, we have a special guest. What I meant, stay connected with Divine Connections. And how do you do that? On Facebook, Divine Connections Marketing. On Instagram, Divine Connections, one word. And make sure you go and subscribe to the Divine Connections channel, the Divine Connections, and click that notification button to let people know, so you will know when Divine Connection is on. You never know what you're going to get with Divine Connections and what interview may be a blessing to you. So stay connected. So with no further ado, I want to introduce to you Dr. Sugar Trask. How are you?
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon.
Good
Thanks for
afternoon.
having me on.
Yes.
This is so exciting.
Absolutely, absolutely. I love your colors and your spirit and everything that's going on. And so you had your mom as well in the Divine Connections magazine. And how old is your mom?
88. Mama Rosie. She's 88
Mama
years old.
Rosie, 88 years old. What a
Yes,
blessing.
ma'am. It
What
is
a blessing. Awesome. So Dr. Sugar, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Dr. Sugar Trask. I'm from Minnesota originally, but I was born in Oklahoma. But I was reared in Minnesota. Family roots is Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma. So I've done some extensive traveling from Minnesota to Los Angeles, California. I'm a licensed massage therapist, a licensed cosmetologist. I have a ministry, which is Scar Free Ministries, which is a ministry of healing, restoration, deliverance, and the prophetic. I also have a TV show. Something good is about to happen, and I'm in my 6th season every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on hmstv.org. It's just a Houston station. And then I have, I'm in the process of developing a network. I have the network, but I'm looking for people to come on to have their dreams come true by having their own TV show. And that's through mystreamingvideo.net. So then there's the cooking show, Cooking with Sugarlicious. So I'm in the ministry, been in the ministry for a while now, and I get to travel. I'm an expert that speaks, and I'm also a lifetime member of ATS Business, Antonio T. Smith Jr. And so that's what I do, and I have a great time with everything that I do that God has blessed me to do. But serving is my heart. That's my heart, is serving. So in my serving, not just in the church, but I serve food. And
Mm.
since I cater, cooking with Sugarlicious, during Snowvid, we had gotten snowed in here in Texas. The Lord spoke to me, and I've birthed now Sugar's Spices.
Yeah.
Yes, Sugar's Spices 21, and that's my new baby. I have four different flavors. There's, I don't know which way. Oh, you can't see it because of the green screen, but that's okay. I have a mild, I have a hot, an extra hot, and then I have hickory.
Mhm.
Hickory is the newest baby. It's just 3 weeks old. Well, everything is new because it's only going in about 10 weeks that I did this.
Yeah.
So but it's really going very well. I have some grocery stores that's looking at it, and I can't come in and do the demo because they're still COVID restricted. But as soon as the restriction comes off, then I can go in and actually set up demos on Saturday, Sunday, well, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, to be able to demonstrate the product. Uh, One of the things that we were having, how that was birthed also, is that all of the seasonings are so salty, and the
Mhm.
one that's not salty, it's bitter. It's not a good flavor to them. So we've had to always doctor up the spices because of that. And so Sugar Spices, there's no sodium, there's no salt to the product at all. It's vegan friendly. There's no added sugar, no MSG, no GMOs, none of those letters is in there. So it's heart healthy. And then if you're a vegan, it's very good because I have a niece that's vegan, and the food she prepares is it's really good, but it's lacking flavor, that deep flavor without salt. So that's the whole thing, no salt.
Right.
And so I'm not trying to really impress anybody. What I'm wanting to do is to transform people's palates.
Yeah.
That's what Sugar Spices do. It transforms your palate to where you're still getting the robust flavor. You're still getting all of the yummy, 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 but you don't have to worry about high blood pressure. You don't have to worry about water retention, because one thing what sodium does, sodium preserves. It's a stabilizer. So it's preserving and stabilizing your fat.
Mm.
Yeah, and everybody's just pouring salt, pouring salt, pouring salt, and they can't figure out why they're puffed up. They can't figure out, the high blood pressure. Well, that's what I'm doing, is transforming palates, one palate at a time.
I love it. I love it. And I have the mild, the hot, and the very hot. So I can't wait to taste the hickory. I can't wait to taste
I've got to get that in the mail to you. Yes, yes.
that. Yes,
We
yes,
want mail tomorrow, so it'll be.
yes. Okay.
And,
Like I love doing cooking online. I just do it just as something fun. But so you'll see when I start using my seasonings, that Dr. Sugar Spice 21 are also included in one of my spices as well as food that I'm cooking.
Great. I'm getting ready to prepare some fish because I'm serving tonight,
Yeah.
ATS Wednesday nights here in Houston. And so I'm getting ready to do the fish. And I have one that I'm working on right now. So they'll get it tonight, and then they'll prepare. I'll prepare it, and they'll be able to taste it tonight to see how it is. And it's formulated for fish.
Oh, okay.
The ones that I have now is formulated for all seafood, all poultry, all beef, all meats, vegetables. But you know what I'm using the hickory on?
What? What is it? Oh, popcorn. Yeah, I just had some last night, so I love popcorn. Yeah.
Did you put some of the hickory in? Oh, no, you don't have the hickory yet. Did you put any of the spices on it?
No, not yet. So I'm gonna try that.
Try the hot on the popcorn.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna do that today.
We really like Doritos, but they're too salty. So I'm coming up with a corn chip I'm not coming up with the corn chip. The corn chip is already made, but I'm seasoning the corn chip with a vegan cheese, and then my spice, and the ones that like it really, really hot. Then I've got the extra hot without having the sodium. which is why people, we're eating it, but it's not good for us. So I'm
Right.
coming with a couple of different little lines of, the popcorn flavoring as well as the chip. But, God has been really good and really faithful to anything that I do. I have my own cookbook.
Yes, awesome.
Sugarlicious, and this is dedicated to my grandmother, Granny, and it's like we have vegetarian meals, we have sauces, seafood, we have oven fried chicken, we have oven fried pork chops. Yes, oven fried again without having all of the. Now we got little pictures in there and everything. I don't know what the camera picks it up there. Okay.
There
Yeah, yeah.
you go.
So
Awesome.
that one is good. I eat a lot of lamb, so lamb is in there. I have the pork. I love carnitas, pork shoulder, and we have some desserts. But even in the book is the Daniel fast. So this is something. I'm getting some help with. I'm gonna do a facelift on it.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll be doing a facelift on it. But then I've been blessed to be able to write about my story.
Yes.
Shattered Mirror is the story of it. The Lord told me to do it in 5 volumes. So I've got the third 1, 2, and 3, and then I'm working on 4, which will include COVID, snowvid, and scaling up to where we're going next.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Unfortunately, I can't say anything till after the weekend, but
That's why you get the divine connection news up in here.
That's right. And so this is the third book. This is my third book, and it's the driving force behind relapse. And this one was one of the hardest. I really thought my first book was going to be really hard. It wasn't hard, it was painful. Okay, it was more painful. This one wasn't as painful, but it was the most difficult because I had to share about my depression and living with depression without medication, but with meditation.
Come on now.
Yeah, so I didn't being a massage therapist. So, there's onset signs and things of that nature. So that was really, really kind of hard to write. My first one is taking me from birth. And my birthing story is just so phenomenal. Quickly, my mother went in to have me February 3rd. Parkland Hospital, Dallas, Texas. But that was in 1954. Some people that don't live in the South, they don't know anything about segregation. They don't know anything about, especially the millennials, except what they read in the books. But this is what we lived, where the coloreds had to, go to the back. The coloreds had to do this and that. So when she went in to have me, they told her that I was dead, stillborn. And so they gave her a shot, told her to come back in 6 days, and they would do a complete DNC. So my grandmother, and they said, it's going to feel like the baby is moving. It's going to feel like the baby is kicking. It's going to feel like you're going through contractions, but we guarantee you the baby is dead. It's just the body reacting from the shot.
Wow.
My mom was only 21, but she had 2 other children. She knows,
Yeah.
And so she called her father, who was living in Muskogee, Oklahoma, and said, Daddy, come and get me. They're killing me. They're killing my baby. I'm dying. So he drove from Muskogee to Dallas, Texas, put her in the car. Again, this is 1954, and had to take her to where she passed out. So when she passed out, he's driving, she's in the back seat, she's passed out. He goes to the very first hospital, which was on the other side of the tracks, which still coloreds had to, be, wait and all of that. And so he saw the pigsty. It was horrible. It was horrific. And so he says, my baby is going to die. She's not going to die in a pigsty. He picked my mom up, put her in the car, went to the other side of the tracks, went through the front door, handed my mom to them, and said, my baby's dead. The doctor did not. I don't know what they saw. They didn't say, you got to go. We don't serve your kind. They didn't have any of that at that time. And so he went and he stood there, and the doctor came back and said, "Sir, your daughter is alive, and so is your grandson."
Amen. Amen. That's
So
all right.
that was 67 years ago.
Woo! Thank God good.
And Mama is still alive. And yeah, so I have a question to God, and I'll have it up until I meet with him. Why didn't the doctors take me on the 3rd of February when my mother went in to have me? But check it out. 6 days. What happened on the 6th day?
Come on, man.
He was creating.
Come on now. Come on now. You're pathetic. That's all right.
No, I was born on February 9th. Yeah. In Shawnee, Oklahoma. But I was raised 27 of my years in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Yeah.
Awesome. I love that story. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good.
Yes, he is. And he just, still taking care. He takes care of us when we don't even, 31 years, my testimony, 31 years, it's all in the books. I'm so over my testimony and my past and all of that I've written 3 books.
All right.
But 31 years of drugs, alcohol, prostitution, the dark, been to hell twice, been to heaven once. And seriously. And so, even in the darkest of the dark, I can remember, because I was raised in the Baptist church, and Daddy was the deacon and all the stuff that goes on with the church stuff, and my mom as well. But I remember the Lord saying, "I'll never leave you, and I'll never forsake you." So when I was running in the back alleys of the streets, when I was jumping in and out of cars, when I was stoned out of my head, when I was being raped, robbed, molested, and all of that, I always remembered God said, "I'll never leave you." 5 suicide attempts. "I'll never leave you. I'll never forsake you. I'll be with you." And when that's what I had to hold on to.
Right.
Because no matter I'm doing the crazy stuff that I'm doing, but my God said that he would never leave me.
That's right.
And he would never forsake me. And so I stand on that today. It's been a journey. But then when I look back and understand, I would go through everything all over again. I would not change. One thing, if I had to, they say, "Well, I know there's something you regret." I regret not having children, not giving birth to any children. And the one pregnancy that I had, the baby died. So outside of that, but it was a boy. So outside of that, and I know he's in heaven. And so other than that, no regrets. Even though my childhood was stolen from me, a lot that was going on with me, my mother never knew. My mother had no idea. So I had a brother that was 8 years older than myself. And then my sister, she's 4 years older. So I was always in the company of older. But by that time, when I was 8, my brother was 16, 17. And so it was always that I was around the older. And I'm only 28 pounds heavier than I was at 12 years old. I'm not even any taller. This is the height I was at 12. So it was difficult. When I see these young girls now that developed quickly, I say a prayer for them, because I wonder if they're having as hard a time as what I had. Yeah, it was not easy. It wasn't easy. Material wise, had everything. But other than that, no, because nobody believed I was only 12 years old. I looked like I was 18.
Wow.
Yeah. But God has been good. And
yeah. Awesome. And you are here to give your testimony.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's been a blessing to be able to be with ATS Business
Yes.
Universities, being able to have a mind changed. You know, you have a mindset growing up and you really feel it. And Tony always says, us baby boomers,
Yeah.
we've been robbed. You know, my childhood, I was robbed. You know, in the physical, I was robbed. You know, and in being a baby boomer, I was robbed because those promises that were supposed to be, we're not receiving them. You know, how are you going to survive on $800 a month? That's why so many people are still working.
Yeah.
You know, and now I'm in a position to where I can start investing and I can start buying land. I can start buying apartment complexes.
Come
You know,
on.
I can buy the buildings now. I know how to turn over money. I know how to roll money over because money just sitting isn't doing anything. It's just
That's
sitting.
right.
Money is a tool.
Yeah.
And it's supposed, that's why it's called currency. It's to move. It's to keep moving. And when you're learning, and that's what we're doing with the ATS Business Universities, is learning how to turn over. And I'm so proud of all the young people that is part of ATS that's getting it now, the 18-year-olds, the 20-year-olds, and now they're investing. You know, children is learning from coming on and being in the classes, their grandparents. And
That's
so
right.
they're learning, you know, well, grandma and grandpa's doing that, you know, they're learning, you know, get to give away to 30%, live on 70%. You know, if you're staying at home with your parents and you have no bills, you should be saving the 70% and living on the 30%. You know, and we're not taught that in school. We're
Right.
not taught that in church. Church isn't teaching us that. Tithe. But what are you telling us? What are you teaching us? How is it grow? How is it going to be multiplied? Just bring your tithe, pay your tithe, pay your but you're not teaching me
That's
anything.
right. That's right.
You know, but you know, teaching, turning, learning does and should begin at home.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Y'all, this is Dr. Sugar Trash in the house. So excited. Thank you for sharing your story. You've been through a lot, but God has brought you out. And now you have gone through, and now your test is a testimony. And then you even at a later age in your life, God has blessed you with a business and continue to give you ideas. And of course, food, everybody loves food, you know. So to change the palates and have flavor, because I love flavor to food as well. God is definitely using you, and we're definitely excited for God allowing you. She's cooking for ATS tonight. ATS is the program that we're connected with like-minded individuals and our mentors, Antonio T. Smith. And we are grateful for this connection, and we're grateful for Dr. Trash and what she's doing and what she's bringing to the community. Y'all go get y'all some spices. Her website is below, her phone number, and she's on Facebook and Instagram as well. So anything else you want to share, Dr.
Well, I would just like to leave everybody with a word of hope and a word of wisdom that it's never too late. You could never sin too much. There's nothing that you could do that God's not going to forgive you for. It's just like he was with me in the darkest of my times, he'll be with you in the darkest of your times. Learn to let go. Learn to live for you to be happy. Don't allow anyone to dictate to you how you're going to be happy. Another human being is not going to bring the happiness that you need internally.
That's right.
Be happy within yourself.
That's right.
So then you can bring happiness to others. Be complete in yourself. So then you can help somebody else be complete.
That's right.
But if you're not complete within yourself, getting with somebody that's not complete within themselves, there's a problem. So learn to love you, learn to accept you, learn to forgive you, learn how you can bring joy to you. because the joy of the Lord is your strength. And when
Yes.
you've got that joy, you've got that sunshine, you have of the energy that you need to carry on, to be helpful to somebody else. Because your story isn't really about you. Your story is to help someone else. So as you're getting pulled, reach back and help somebody come up where you are, whether it's your family member, a coworker, a church member, it could just be a neighbor somewhere. But just remember, the top is just that. It's the top. And you don't have to ever go back down to the bottom
Come on.
unless you choose to.
Absolutely. Those are powerful words from Dr. Sugar. Thank you so much for joining us today and sharing everything that God has given you, your wisdom, your spices, think apart ATS, like-minded individuals. Make sure you guys go out to her website, her Instagram, order you some spices. I can't wait till my hickory come, and then I'm going to try my hot spices with my popcorn today.
Yeah, popcorn, yeah. Sprinkle it on there, then take the bag and shake it up, and it's good. It's good.
Absolutely, absolutely will do. Well, thank you again. Anything else you want to say before we leave?
No, I just thank you for everything that you're doing. I thank you for this magazine and what you're bringing to other people and what you're showing other people that they can have and what they can do. And so I'm just going to say, y'all, get your divine connection. Because, see, you've got to grab on to somebody that's doing something.
That's right.
And just ride, float, just go with them. Whatever it is, grab hold. Even the woman said, if I can just touch the hem, that was a string, that was a toss. If I can get that. And you know what about that? She was willing to risk and give up her life. Because she knew with that issue of blood, she could be stoned because she was stepping out. And she was stepping out where there were men. That was a no back then. But you know, she was so fed up and so sick and tired of being sick and tired. She was willing to risk her life to just touch the source. And that's what I leave you with today. Get connected. Divine connection with the source.
Awesome. And this is Deloris Williams. Thank you so much with that for Divine Connection. And our special guest, Dr. Sugar, with her spices. Make sure you stay connected and get you some spices and make them a part of your seasonings. They are good. They are salt free. They are flavorful. So try something new. And that's very good for you, and enjoy food. We love to eat. So enjoy yourself and try some Dr. Sugar flavored spices. All right. Thank you so much.
Now, let me share this with you. Anyone that contacts you in regards to the spices, I will send them out samples. I'll send them out a sample.
Oh, great. Awesome.
So
So y'all get that.
Call to action.
Yes, if you are watching this video and you want to try some of her spices, inbox me or text me. Let me try to see if I got my number out. This is the same number, 338-8903, and text spices. And that's how I'll know that you have watched this video and that I'll get your information so she can send you some sample of her spices. They are good, guys. Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We know that ATS is going to be waiting for you because she's cooking tonight. I'm not there. So we're grateful for you. Blessings to you and your mom. She wrote about her mom in the Divine Connection magazine as well for the mother. So you all be blessed. Thank you for being my guest, Dr. Sugar. Yes, yeah. And you have an awesome day.
Okay.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye. We'll see you in the morning.
Yes, ma'am. Have a great one.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. You can just exit out and leave studio, and then I'll finish up. All right. Thank you all. This is Deloris Williams with Divine Connection. My guest is Dr. Sugar. Make sure you stay connected to the number one divine connector, which is Jesus Christ. All right, you all have a phenomenal day. I'll play a little bit of the video. I won't play the whole thing because I have another interview, but I'll play a little bit of it so you can see how the mothers were blessed or what mothers are in the Divine Connections. Make sure you get a copy of the magazine, Divine Connections, magazine.com/subscriptions to order your Divine Connections magazine. I'm gonna get to Dr. Trash Bomb. Here we go. There's Miss Rousey. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So you guys have a phenomenal day. Have a phenomenal day, and we're going to end with that. Make sure you stay connected to the number one divine connection, which is Jesus Christ. Have a great day, you guys.
Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.